Hey Charlotte, how are you doing today?
Hey Lisa, I'm
Hey.
good.
So you're going to join us on this series this week. We're doing a series on relaxing at home and the importance of it. Charlotte is actually a coach. She's a business coach. She's actually my business coach and my team's business coach. I've called you from times on, how to relax to times where I've had emergencies or just times to grow. And one of the things that she works with is called the DiSC. And so when I thought about this series and relaxing, one of my problems was relaxing, period. And so by doing the DiSC with Charlotte, I learned a lot. So let's start, Charlotte, with how do you like to relax?
It really depends on where I am, but a couple of things that come to my mind is I like to walk. So I love to take walks out in my neighborhood. So that helps, kind of hearing the animals and the things that are going on. Also, not just at home, but my husband and I like to boat and fish together. So we take time to put a plan together to be able to do that often, as much as possible. But we also plan time with our family once a month. And we have a family night, a family game night. We have dinner with our family when we pull everybody together. So, we all have busy lives. How can we make it work for everybody around us and for ourselves, what's important to us? And also planning vacations and time away, maybe short term and then the longer term vacations, and putting that together for yourself and making it a priority is really important.
That sounds amazing. I'm all on this. So Charlotte, can you share with us how your DiSC personality and where it works out, if you're a D, an I, an S, or a C, and how you can work that into relaxing? Because I know I'm a D and I'm a go, 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 go. Even when I'm relaxing, I'm kind of a go-go. So can you help us
Brain's
with that?
constantly going, right? Yeah, so I can relate to you a lot because, when you think about the DiSC profile, you have the D, the I, the S, and the C. And so I know that you and I are similar personalities. And when I said walking was good for me, that's also a stress reliever. So actually activity is good for me to relieve stress. So that helps me relax more. So going to the gym, walking in the neighborhood is actually really good for me, and it will relax me, although it is activity. But those D and I personalities are very outgoing individuals. So what works for us may not work for someone else that is in the S and the C category. They want more of that slower paced, that's the one that, like my husband, enjoys going out on the boat and just kind of relaxing in that mode and really getting away from everything. Whereas we may feel a little bit different. So I do it with him. We enjoy it together. So finding things that you like to do together is important, right? And you can't always find it, but work on that together. Ask your spouse or your family, what do you like to do? Listen to things that they're saying and be aware of that, and then make a plan for yourself that you take the time to be able to do it. It's very important.
Okay, and can you give us a little information about your business? So if somebody wants to go down that avenue with their company, learning about the DiSC and all that information, that we can get a hold of you?
Yeah, I know one of the things you mentioned. I'm just going to grab my book. So I recently published a book. It's actually a workbook, and this is a business evaluation that you can take. And it kind of relates to what you said a minute ago, because one of the questions or one of the parts in the book that I help evaluate is your family life work balance. So what does that look like for you? So if I asked you really simply, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your family life and work balance right now? And you gave me a number. Let's say you said, I'm going to give myself a 6 when I think about my family life work balance. I would say to you, what's the reason? Why did you give yourself a 6? Because I'm not taking enough vacations, or I didn't get to go to my yoga this week, and that really was a foo-foo for me, right? So you know that that's one of yours. So taking the time to be able to do that. So as a business coach, I look at a lot of different areas with businesses, and some of them are personal areas. That's kind of a little bit of my sweet spot, is the fact that I don't just touch you on a business level, but I do try to put that personal touch inside of there.
Okay, and I saw you had another book here.
Yeah, this is a wonderful book. How Full is Your Bucket? This is all about positive and negative emotions. So the concept in How Full of Your Bucket is that if you imagined every day we're walking around and we have a bucket that's with us, right? And if I pour something out positive to you, it also comes back to me. But if I'm always thinking about negative stuff or, kind of venting about negative things, my bucket's going to deplete. And your bucket is actually going to deplete as I'm talking to you about the negative. So it's all about positive and negative psychology, and trying to keep yourself in the pattern of, hey, you know, sometimes we might have difficult conversations, but it's how you approach it that's important. So keep your bucket full by pouring out positive emotions to others, right? And less of the negative emotions. So it's a really good, really great book.
Oh, I
Highly
like
recommend
this.
it.
And
Yeah.
that's a good book to read while you're relaxing.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I have to say that I have found that it is very important. And in the DiSC, it helps me because I, like Charlotte, I have a husband that's an S. So where I think working on a house and, you know, remodeling, that's fun and relaxing to me, he does not find that relaxing. You know, he likes to go fishing, he likes to go hunting and things like that. Well, thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah, absolutely, my
Have
friend.
a good day.
All right.
Bye.